Stifler here. Ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. We'll go around the table, starting with Cindy.
Me, I'm a 10.
Okay.
Do we start at 10? Let's just say 10. Keep it simple.
It's simple.
I'd give myself.
That's crazy.
I'd give myself a good 9.
9. Okay.
To be honest.
Just looks.
Just looks.
Probably can't call herself perfect.
8. Okay.
8. Okay.
I'm gonna say 8.
Mm-hmm.
A 7.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna go with 8.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with 8 too.
I'm gonna say 10.
Period.
I hate Brian. I hate him. For him looking at the camera like that. He played too much.
Okay. Madison, what about you?
Gosh, you know what? The thumbnail you're using back there, Nick. I like that thumbnail you're using back there. I'd say I was like a 9.5. But like right now, I'd say I'm about an 8.
Okay.
So, we got some work to do, but that's what.
The girl who said she's a 7, that just bumped her up to an 8. Even though she like the fact that like she trying to play herself down, she playing herself down at all, or anything like that. It's the fact that she grasping reality. It's like she knows she's not ugly, but she knows she's not the best. So it's like, okay, I'm a 7. That makes me more attracted to her. But okay, you're realistic. I'll fuck with that.
What make life so fun?
You're beautiful.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
You're
I
welcome.
think everybody's a 10.
Right. Thank you.
I give myself, I used to say 6, but I'm a 5 because I've gained some weight. I've got a fucking dad bod right now. I need to
Holy
lose
fuck.
it. I've gotten chubby, so I'm a 5.
The great part about
We
being
love
a
dad
guy
bod.
is if you need to lose weight or anything, you can just ask your friends. Like, text me once in a while and just.
Honestly, like you're like rating to society, yeah, like 5'4", like society, because it's like I'm a bigger guy, say that, so 5'4". But there's a lot of women out there that do love dad bods and bigger guys. Like there's a lot of men out there who love bigger women and girls who are super small. Like everybody have a category, but just society, like what are you? You know?
Just say, hey, you're fat. And you'll be like, oh, but you can't do that. It doesn't work with women. But like for guys, to brother, it's like, it'll be like, yeah, I am. I got to go work.
So 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 8, 8, 10.
What?
Wait, so 10, 10, 9, 8, 7,
No, I said 7.
8. Did I?
I said 8.
She said 8.
She said 7.
Yeah. 9, 8. Wait, hold on.
8.
Did I skip somebody?
Yeah.
9, 8.
8.
Oh. Okay. 7, 8, 8, 10. And you said everybody should be a 10,
Everybody
correct?
should be a 10.
Everyone should.
Absolutely.
Everyone is a 10? Everyone is a 10?
table is full of
I
beautiful
think
women. Are you
everybody
kidding?
at this table is a 10.
You think
if you're
everyone
not
at the-
confident in yourself, that's you, but I feel like everybody's a 10.
So should all
Yeah, I
women
think
view
so, too.
themselves as
Like calling yourself, like saying you're not a 10 is not saying you lack confidence. That's you saying you know reality. Like you're not, like you're not. Nobody's a 10. You can't be a 10. It's literally impossible to be a 10. Like you just can't be. I mean, that means you're perfect. Like you can't be a 10. You're not perfect.
10s?
Yes.
Should all wait, hold on. Are all women 10s?
Yes.
I think so.
I think my personality is a 10, but
Well,
like,
looks,
I'm
we're
a
talking
7,
looks.
so.
So are all women 10s?
No, I think if a woman views it, like let's say a woman has really low self-esteem and she views herself as a 5, I don't think that woman's a 10.
There you go.
Wait. I'm a little
It's
confused
really
by that,
about
but okay.
confidence.
It's
Yeah.
about
It
confidence,
is.
for sure.
Wait, so but do you guys think that all women are 10s?
No.
All men are 10s too.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Are all men 10s?
No.
Yeah, it's all
But I thought-
mentality, really.
but
like the
did-
bottom of this is that no one is ugly
Into
and
the
it's
mic.
all mentality.
But
I
we're
agree
rating,
it's all mentality,
it's
but I
not your
don't agree that
mentality.
but we're
everyone...
rating our looks.
Yeah,
We're
it's your
not
looks.
rating about how we feel.
No, I
Not your
agree,
looks,
and
dude.
that's
You're
why
not
I say
rating your
I
confidence.
agree. It's about like
Y'all are 10s in delusion. I can tell you
I mean,
that.
for sure.
You guys have
They're
significantly
delusional.
overrated.
They are
Almost
delusional
every
as shit.
person here.
I think everyone
Delusional as shit.
Almost every person here has overrated
We got a
themselves.
hater.
All these girls
For real.
delusional.
Nah, not every person. Now, the girl who said she's a 7, I want to say she overrated herself. Like, she for sure, like a 7. Like, you can push. Okay, she's like a 6.57. I don't know her personality, so I have to go 6.57. But and maybe she has a good personality, make her like an 8. But other than that, no, I think she's like a 7. But yeah, everybody else is tweaking. Like they're tripping. They're tripping.
Can you rate us?
I think. What did you say? You're a 7?
Yeah.
I think that's actually a fair rating.
Oh, thank you.
The rest
Oh,
of
sure.
you, however,
Oh, sure.
are delusional.
Delusional shit.
Absolutely.
I think.
Mhm.
We
Delusional
spotted you
shit.
off the street, girl, and complimenting you up
No,
and
for
down.
real.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, she look good. She look good.
Regular Brian
That's
over
all
here.
based on preference.
Wow.
It's subjective at the end of the day. So.
No, it's not subjective. There's an objective.
That's your
No,
opinion.
I agree that
It's
there's
not
an
my
objective
opinion.
view.
It's not my
It
opinion.
is. No, I agree.
No,
that I can view
you
her
guys
as a
are
10.
10s in
is your
delusion.
opinion.
It's
A
not
guy-
my
You keep
opinion.
saying
A
delusion.
guy can
It is
view her-
delusional.
You're
No,
also
it's
saying
shit.
human and
to him.
delusional.
Wait,
How am I? But I've
You are.
I've rated
You
myself
shared your-
average
Can I
And
say
in my
something?
physical
But
appearance.
nobody's
What's your
calling you
opinion?
delusional. Nobody's taking any of your opinion and calling you delusional.
No,
Because
but
we agree.
I'm not
view you
sitting
as a
here.
3 or a 2, but
Right.
you view yourself
Like a
as a
little
5.
lower.
That's our opinion.
Is
Can I
that
say
your
something
opinion?
real
Yes.
quick?
You go ahead, man.
Okay, she
No, I
thinks.
mean not like that you're.
Can I
but
say something?
my
One second.
opinion
Go
is
ahead,
different
please.
than yours.
Wait, so just
I
for the
wanna say
chat.
something.
So she thinks I'm a 3, and
No,
she
I didn't
thinks
say that.
she's an 8. That's literally
said
what you just
I
said.
could, we could view
You
as a
could view you. Okay.
Yes, but that means that that's our opinion.
Fine, and if you want, yeah, fine. If you think, but there's a little difference. First off, there's a difference of like.
There's a difference in opinion. There's a difference in opinion and you being stupid. Like to say you're a 10 or you're a 9 with nothing to back that up, other than how you feel. You sound stupid. You have no modeling contracts. No magazines. You don't hear nothing from Victoria's Secret. You hear nothing from Pink. You hear none of that. And you're saying you're a 10. That means you're saying you're better than Beyonce. You look better than Ariana Grande. You look better than Kendall, Kylie. You look better. You're saying you look better than Janae Aiko. Like you're saying you look better than Ice Spice. That's like calling yourself a 10 is saying you look better than them. Like headshot to headshot, you win. Hell no. Hell, tripping, bro. Tripping.
Thinking you're a 5 and you're actually a 3 versus like being a 7 or a 6
what
and
we
thinking you're a
Different
10.
in everyone's eyes. Like I view her as a 10.
Right.
You view her. You said you would agree with a 7, right?
Yeah.
Someone else could view her as a 7.
But-
someone else could view her as an 8.
Oh my God, bro.
So
Also,
it's-
that rating is bullshit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
she's a 10. Like what?
There's more more
Your
than
your
that.
perception of yourself does not determine how other people see you in the world.
I think it
Exactly. Just that's why it's an opinion.
What?
Can
Bro.
I say
That's
something?
what opinion. That's a definition of opinion.
Does that not make sense? Like what?
Can I
No,
say
but it's
something?
literally, it is quite literally delusional. Like,
Keep saying that.
Okay, but
but you think you're a 10.
Yeah, I have.
I'm not gonna be.
confidence
I'm
to
not
say
gonna rate you,
doesn't
but you're
matter.
not a 10.
It doesn't matter.
that's your opinion.
Doesn't matter. I didn't ask
It's
you.
not. It's like it's.
It's not
I
a
didn't
10.
ask.
I view her.
It's
as a 10.
objectively true. You're not a 10.
I'm not delusional.
okay,
You're
but
delusional.
wait.
No, you're
Oh,
delusional.
you're delusional.
How am I delusional?
How am I delusional?
You think you're on par with the most beautiful women in the world.
And you
You're
think
not.
your own
I
opinion.
think I'm an average-looking guy.
You think your own opinion about me.
I think that's a
and
fairly
that's fine.
accurate
I'm not calling-
self-assessment.
I wasn't calling you delusional either.
And also calling yourself a 10 mean you're perfect. Like that. Like I don't know why Brian not using that in an argument, but yeah, calling yourself a 10 out of you're perfect. You're 100% perfect. That's delusional.
feeding you back your own medicine. Because that's
What?
wild that you're calling these girls delusional. I'm not even
Yes.
taking offense to it. I'm just they're not delusional for their own opinion.
I took offense.
That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
like,
You took offense. Okay,
Well,
she took
not
offense.
not on no shady
Yeah.
shit, but it's just like I've had a guy tell me I'm a 10, and I've had a guy tell me I'm a 5. So
Oh,
it's
here.
like, you can't really
Did
speak
the
for
guy
all
who
because,
called you a
like,
10, did he want to sleep with you?
No, that was my boyfriend
Why
of
does that
like
matter?
So-
multiple months, and we didn't.
Of course he's going. Of course he's going to call you a 10 as your fucking boyfriend, dude. And why does it matter? Yeah, a guy going to lie to you to fuck you. Is that why it mattered? That's why Brian asks, did he want to sleep with you? If he want to sleep with you, he's going to lie to you and call you a 10 to get you to sleep with him. Like that, like men, we lie. Like we literally lie. Because you're all dumb enough to listen to us.
Of course
Have
your
sex.
boyfriend is gonna like.
No, but so many guys.
Of
could-
course
or
your
a woman
boyfriend
could
is gonna-
view her as
yeah.
a 5 or a 10 or a 7.
But I
if
just feel
they're-
like you're speaking for every
Yeah,
male.
you can't
like
speak
you
for
can't speak for the whole male
literally.
population.
I can speak for
So,
most men.
I'll tell. In my opinion,
Yes, I
No,
can.
you can't.
in my opinion,
In your
I think
opinion.
I think there are some things like if you
Delusional.
look at the like let's say 80% of guys that they will find generally attractive in people. It's like okay, if you're like body fat percentage is like under 8, like you're probably pretty daggone attractive. If your like height is around this, some things that generalities. But
some
like
guys
you,
could like
you know,
skinny girls, some
agree.
guys could like tall girls,
Exactly.
short
I
girls.
think that like it's hard to do an objective like rating because it comes down to like it's more like art. It's like
I just feel like you shouldn't say anyone's delusional.
I just feel like they don't want to accept society standards. And I feel like that's what women don't want. The women don't want to do. Like with a lot of times, bro, y'all would sit there and say y'all hate society standards, then y'all turn around and try to look like society standards. Like that's weird. It's weird. Like y'all be like, oh, you don't have to have perky breasts and a nice ass and uh tiny weights. You don't need none of that. Then y'all would turn around and try to get your boobs done, get your ass done, go work out. And y'all would sit there and adjust yourself to fit society standards. But when society standards don't fit you, you say society standards is bullshit. But when it do fit you, you love it. Like, come on, bro. Like,
On rating themselves.
Yeah,
'cause
literally.
Yeah, no,
Well,
but it is
you don't
delusional.
speak for everybody.
It is delusional.
Delusion is the Solulu.
Yeah.
I think that
Bro,
it is
hold on,
important
hold
to
on.
be.
Let me define delusional. So delusional, characterized by or holding false beliefs or judgments about external reality that are held despite incontrovertible evidence to the contrary, typically as a symptom of a mental condition. So that's
How
one.
is it-
Having false or unrealistic beliefs or opinions based on or having faulty judgment mistaken. So you don't dictate when it comes to
Is
the
your picture next
How
to
do
that
you-
definition?
Yeah, but how can you
How is
say
it-
you're delusional for thinking you're beautiful? Or that
So if
you're,
I think
like,
I'm pretty,
a 10
I'm
in my
delusional. I
eyes.
have a mental.
no, see, no, that's not what it is. You thinking you're pretty does not make you delusional. That's fine. Like that's great. Yeah, they are pretty. Some of them are pretty. Some of them are attractive. What makes you delusional is when you call yourself a 10. That makes you delusional. When you call yourself a 9, that's delusional. 8, delusional. But well, nah, 8 ain't delusional. 8, okay, yeah, you can argue. You can argue that. But like 9 and 10, bro, delusional.
Issue?
no.
You're
Okay, let me
not-
ask you guys a question.
Thank you, Madison.
Let me ask you guys.
Alright, well,
Yes,
that's literally what
if
he
you're
said.
if you're like objectively unattractive or ugly, I'm not saying that anyone
Okay.
here at the table is, but let's say you're
I get
objectively like. Have you ever seen an ugly person?
No.
Have any? Be honest. Have you guys
Yes.
ever seen an ugly person?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
And if that person said, "I am a 10 out of 10 in physical appearance," and that's
That
You're
increases
lying,
the
bro.
rating
She's-
automatically. Automatically increases the rating.
Congrats.
That
She's-
confidence-
she's lying.
Cool,
She's
you're
lying. She's
attracted to
lying.
people who are
On that,
delusional.
I agree on you with that, but
Okay,
we're all pretty
but-
girls. Like you can't like okay when there's like
You guys are attractive, but like I think
Not
you guys are
10s.
mostly average looking. Like
okay,
I'm
but
sorry.
that's
Says the
your
5.
opinion.
Just remember.
Yes,
Literally,
I'm
I
average.
feel
I'm an
like-
average
average-looking
guy.
guy.
Don't worry
But I also feel like
I
how
think
you
you guys
but
are like
I do think-
average looking.
I do think that
Even
girls.
Y'all are average.
I
Sorry.
do think
7
that.
is above average.
Okay, I think that girls, when they do rate themselves too, I think it's easier for them to just accept themselves as being 10s because it's like, oh, that's self-love, instead of just being real with yourself and being like, hey, I can accept that there's probably better looking women than me,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
That's the confident.
And
That
I
would be the
feel-
confident thing.
And I feel that then you can kind of date within what is kind of more for you.
But saying you're a 10 doesn't mean you're saying you're more beautiful than every like there's no more
No,
like
you're
Yeah,
just
but
saying.
I'm not
No,
talking-
hold
okay,
on.
but-
Hold on.
Totally.
When you say you're a 10, you're just saying you're
Saying you're
as
perfect.
beautiful as the most beautiful women in the world.
who's
And
That's
I
what
feel
you're
like
saying.
in the world
I
too.
go back to my same
Huh?
point. It's
Yes,
about
10 out of 10 means you are There's
Perfect.
nobody
You're-
more beautiful
That's
than
not
you.
true.
Yeah,
No,
literally,
that's
what
not
you, that's
true.
Do you know
what,
what 10
what?
out of 10 means?
Because it's
Do you know what
it's a
that
rating
means?
It's a
scale.
bullshit
10 is the
scale,
best.
yeah.
There's not. It's
It's
not
a
a
bullshit
bullshit
scale.
scale.
It is.
It's not a
'Cause
bullshit
we
scale.
all were talking about our
Everyone's
preferences
different.
earlier, and
What do you mean a bullshit? What is the what? The high the highest is 10. So if you say 10 is the highest on the scale. So how, bro? What?
not very
Bro,
many
what?
people brought up even looks at all.
Yeah.
So that's not.
I mean, you can
it's a
cap
bullshit
about not
scale.
caring about looks, but you don't
It wasn't
get
top
to.
of the list. It was the top of
but
your list.
fine, that's
Yeah.
fine. Maybe you guys don't care about men's physical attractiveness, which I think is fucking cap
We were talking
and
about-
bullshit.
cap.
But
It's cap.
you don't get to dictate
Yeah, that's cap.
your standing in the dating
We all
marketplace.
get our opinion,
Men
and no,
dictate.
we're not delusional for
Yeah,
our
we're
opinion.
just telling you our opinion.
not
We're the
delusional for our opinion.
as
It's a
the men
debate,
who
not
are
an
going who
argument.
date you, the men get to dictate.
Not delusional for our opinion.
Yo, stop. You don't need to be fucking doing some bullshit
What am
fucking
I
song
doing?
and dance
What am I
when I'm
doing?
talking. We
Go ahead.
we explicitly gave you instructions before the show to
Go
not
ahead.
be talking when somebody else is talking, okay? So please yield to me if I'm talking. Don't interrupt. Let me finish. No. See, you don't need to laugh when I tell you that. You need to be like, oops, my bad. Sorry.
Well, just apologize, bro. Like, my bad. I apologize.
It's funny.
Stop talking.
What's funny?
Stop talking.
Yeah.
What's funny?
Your argument against delusion is funny to me.
No. But now I'm asking you to not be interrupting and talking while
she
other
stopped
people are
talking,
talking.
All right,
That's not funny.
Let's just go ahead and
Yeah,
you
like,
take
why
the
do you
floor.
keep-
Finish finish up. I don't think most you guys
not
aren't.
that deep.
I'm not saying y'all are like 10s out of 10s, but no one here's ugly.
Yeah, like
You
it's
guys-
not.
I'm
that
not saying any.
deep. Just move
Y'all,
on.
y'all are attractive women. That's not what I'm saying. But you're not tens.
Okay,
Those
we're
of
telling you our opinion though. Like, why do you have to like always?
I'll
prove
tell you.
that you're
I'll
right?
tell you
Like,
why it's
just move
important.
on.
I'll
We
tell
told
you
it's
why
our
it's
opinion,
important.
you're not
Because
gonna
all of
change it.
you are stuck, most of you are stuck in situationships. You're getting strung along by Chad, who's never going to give you commitment. He's just going to fuck you. And then you're fucking curving guys who are actually on your level. You're curving the dudes who are on your level, but you think you're above them because you're delusional and you think you're more attractive than you actually are.
how do you
This
know
is the
that that's
biggest,
the
hold
case
on.
for all
This
of
is the biggest problem in the dating marketplace is women are so gassed up.
5 hours.
Huh?
No, how do you know
What's
that
up? You can leave. Get out. Just leave.
Bro,
Get
what?
out.
You leave. You don't.
Calm
Leave.
If
down.
I'm in no. If I'm in the middle of talking, I don't need your fucking
Everyone
sass.
was just interrupting you though.
Huh?
Everyone was just interrupting you like a second ago.
What's your point?
I see both points. Brian for damn sure frustrated, but she's like purposely ticking at him. She's purposely doing it. So like I get what he's saying, like bro, like you ain't gotta be the dancing and singing songs and shit. Like you got something to say, just say it. But you have like dancing, singing, making jokes and shit, and laughing and shit. That was like what's funny. Then the girl talk about well, we all did it, but they're not like they're talking about their topic. They're not trying to like joke and shit. They're literally stating their opinion. She's trying to joke and shit. That's the difference.
Point.
That's
Like,
the big
why
difference.
are
She's
you
trying to joke
targeting
and shit.
her?
Because she's complaining. Oh, we've been here for 5 hours. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, like bro, like
No,
it's
she's
annoying.
saying
It's
we've been
annoying.
here for a long time arguing.
I'll let it. I'm gonna let it slide, but
donated $200.
stop fucking interrupting.
I am sorry, but none of you will be on the cover of Victoria's Secret Spring Collection anytime soon or ever. You are not tens. Life is very hard when you cannot be honest with yourself. Frank Castle.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong about being honest with yourself.
No, he's not.
The point I was trying to make before you so rudely interrupted and were talking.
I mean,
Why you-
that's a good point too. He's saying like, bro, y'all would never be on the cover of Victoria's Secret. Y'all would never be there. Y'all will literally never be there or anytime soon. Well, I don't say it can't be there. I mean, I ain't gonna say never. So, but as of right now, you're not on the cover of that. So you're not a 10. Like you're nowhere near. You can't be a 10. Like if you really honestly want to compare yourself to everybody in the world, bro, shit, I'm not even like a fucking 3. I'm like a 2 or a 1. It's like you want to be like legit real, like compare yourself. If I compare myself to every man in the world, bro, I'm probably like a 1 or 2, honestly. So like if you could, so Victoria's Secret models are really the prettiest women in around the world. That's what it is.
Yeah. Huh?
Moving on.
I need some more.
Yo, what you have is, and this is evidenced by what's going on dating apps, is women are like swiping on only like the top 10% of dudes, and these women are what's up with all the fuck boys, and why can't I get commitment? Because you're curving the dudes who are actually on your level because you think you're up here when you're not. If you think you're hot shit but you're not, you're gonna be chasing after these really attractive dudes who will never give you commitment. They'll keep you around for easy sex, and you're curving the dudes, you're friend zoning the dudes who actually would be good boyfriends, who are on your level, who are as attractive as you are. That's what's happening in the dating marketplace.
Can I?
And another thing, and this is a big one. How you can't say you're a 10 if you have to do anything to yourself. If you just can't up and just go outside and just look good, you're not a 10. You're not. I mean, besides the fact of like brushing your teeth and shit, like taking a shower, of course. But like, you have to like go get your hair done. You have to go get it like all touched up and shit, like dyed and all that. Or you have to put makeup on, or you have like a special thing for your teeth, or you gotta get your lips done, your body done. You're not a 10. You're not. Nope, you're not. You're not natural. Not a 10.
And
I actually get what you're
piggyback off
saying.
of what you said.
But how do you know that that's the
Bro,
case?
here's the thing. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys want an average guy? Here's the issue, right? Average women don't want average guys because they think that they're not average. They think that they're above average. But how's that going to translate in the dating marketplace? You have average women that are going to be chasing after either exceptional or above average men. They're going to curve men who are average, who are actually on their level. That's why you get caught up with fuckboys and in situationships and a guy never committing to you or a guy who's cheating on you because you're shooting out of your league.
And
If you think you're a 10, surely you must deserve a 10. You're going to chase after Chad, and you're never going to you're going to spend your 20s fucking a bunch of dudes. You're never going to like actually get into a proper monogamous relationship. You'd rather have the divided attention of a hyper attractive guy than actually have commitment from like an average dude because you think you're above average. That's the problem in the dating marketplace. And that's why this is a humble check. Go ahead.
I think that also the reason why girls have this like perception that they're more attractive than they actually are is because guys, even the most attractive guys, will give attention to average looking
That's a good
women.
point.
And then I think girls start thinking, oh, maybe I am actually hotter. But it's true when they say they're not going to commit to you, though. Guys are just want that, and if they're going to get it from a girl that's.
And you know what's crazy? The girl when she was like, the top guys will give average girls a, and the girl was like, yup, yup. She's saying that like she's saying that, but like she's making a point. She wasn't making no point. Okay, yeah, of course, guys we just want to fuck. Doesn't mean I can just want to fuck you. It doesn't mean I want to be with you. I just want to fuck you. So I'll give you attention. I have the money to do it. Cool. I'll blow 1,000 on you. Cool. That's fine. You think it's a lot. You think I really fuck with you. I really don't. Like that. So yeah, that's they won't commit. Like just won't commit.
Gonna give it to them, well then sure they're gonna take it.
I think a lot of women nowadays confuse sex with like true
commitment.
Yeah, especially with like social media now. I think it's a lot different.
I agree with that.
Word. Well, that's the thing is like, here's the difference, right? This is where women will get into trouble. So a guy can be, for a guy to sleep with a girl, he'll sleep with a girl that he would never be in a relationship with just based purely on her looks. But he'll sleep with her, he might keep her around, friends with benefits, etc. She'll never get commitment just based purely on her physical attractiveness. Typically, I would say for most women, in order for most women to sleep with a guy, be it casually, well, for casual sex, he needs to be at least physically attractive enough to be in a relationship with.
Yeah, there's a really cool. It's like I was just trying to think of it. I couldn't bring it to the top of my head. Jordan Peterson talks about it a lot. Where like basically men will date even and down, whereas women will date even and up. It's just like it's been that way for a very long time. But it's gotten such to an extreme point because there's this massive movement for self-love, body positivity, all these things, where girls think that sometimes that they're significantly more attractive than they are. But a lot of it comes down to, I think, it's really easy to find a pretty girl. It's really easy to find a smart girl. It's really easy to find a girl that brings you peace and is fun to be around. It's super difficult to find one that combines all three of those things. And so, if there is a guy who is looking for someone who hits like 9 and 10 and 10 on those three categories, he's going to be a pretty freaking studly dude if he thinks he's going to be able to acquire that. Whereas girls, I think sometimes when they're starting to get into like their later years, like, why have I not been able to marry a guy? And it's like, oh, because this guy didn't view me as like an option for him. And so I think that's kind of what he's trying to get at. But it's just feminism has third wave feminism, fourth wave feminism are destroying our entire culture. It is empowering
really
women to a point where they think that they shouldn't have, that they are the exact same as men, and that they don't want to be equal to men. They want to be overpowered to men. They want men to be subservient to them, and that's just not how culture was built. And
it's like feminism is getting to the. It's like they say feminism, they want equality, and no, they don't. They want men to bow down to them and kiss their feet while they step on men. That what a lot of feminists want. I ain't saying all of them, but what a lot of them want. And then what makes it crazy what makes it crazy, and it sounds fucked up. It really does, but it's true. What makes it crazy, bro, is that men don't even want to bow down to other men. You see why we in war so much, why all countries in war, we not even bowing down to other men. So why do y'all think we're gonna bow down to women? Then when we tell y'all what to do to make us bow down to y'all don't do it. And so when a dude be like, look, Bridget, be my peace, love me, like submit to me, be there for me, like just love me correctly, I'll give you whatever you want. That's him bow it down. But nah, y'all, and y'all be like, then y'all will say like there is no guys out there like that. Yeah, there is. There's a lot of guys out there like that. Y'all saying all guys cheat. All they do is cheat and lie and shit. But there's a lot of guys out there who are great who won't do that to y'all. But like Brian is saying, y'all looking past them. They're in your inboxes. They're your friends. Y'all looking past them. Then y'all get caught up in some shit and y'all want to blame men instead of blaming yourself. Blame yourself because you made the mistake. Like, bro, it's your fault. Like, what do you mean? Like, the dude is his fault for what he did, but it's your fault for what you did. Like, come on now. That's where accountability comes in, and not is so when a girl be like, oh, when a girl say something like, oh, it's my fault I got pregnant. Well, I mean like it takes two to make a baby, right? Like, yeah, it's his fault for his fault for coming in you unprotected. It's his fault for coming in you, but it's your fault for opening your legs. Like, if there was no commitment there, then why have sex with him? You didn't have to have sex. You didn't have to. When he wanted it, you could have just said no. I don't want to have sex with you, or say no. I'm not having sex with you until I get a commitment. You didn't have to do that. Like, bro, take responsibility, bro. Like take accountability, dog.
Again, I think all of you guys nodded in the very beginning. We were talking about how on every single metric, life is getting worse. No matter if you're, far left, far right, life in the West is getting worse. It's getting more dangerous. It is getting harder to live. It's getting harder to make a living. It's getting significantly harder for people our age to be able to buy a house, to start a family, and to do all of these things. And I think the root cause of that, we can go into the root cause of why this happened, which is the fall of the USSR and then those guys taking over our higher education institutions. But what their main attack vector is by creating this feminist ideology that women should be overpowered to men and that they are equal to men. And that just leaves us vain, broken, and empty households and very, very sad in the long run. And that's why we are having the fewest amount of people in our age group, which I think we're all pretty much in the same generation, in our age group getting married and having children. And if our birth rate does not continue to, does not abruptly start rising, the West is going to fall and we're going to fall to the Far East. It's not even a question.
Agreed.
I agree too. I think that I get where you guys are coming at. Like, my last relationship, I didn't date like a Chad. I didn't date someone who was like, just, straight off the bat, like, this guy is very attractive. He definitely also has a lot of other girls that are on his roster trying to date him and stuff. And so I went to that route where I got to know him. He took me on dates. We vibed. Like, we had a lot of things in common. And so that's kind of what I'm looking for in a guy that I'm gonna marry and have my kids with.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking for someone that's like a player, and that's just not the guy that I want to marry.
I think what you said about like us, like, like birth rates are going down, and where like our society is headed. I think a big part of like that root is family and love, and creating those ideals within your family to promote like a stronger society. And we are losing that.
Absolutely, because like our federal government's completely out of control. If you pick any 3 letters in the alphabet and put them together, it's the acronym for some massive organization that has way too much power over your life. It's absurd. It's the reason why you're getting a lot of like very harmful birth control pills pushed on young girls. Like, oh, you have acne? Well, here, take this hormone affecting thing that's going to like destroy your body and make you attracted to someone that you're genetically not naturally attracted to, and the main reason, I apologize. So anyways, our federal government is going significantly too powerful.
On that point, who here is on birth control? I'm just curious. Anybody on birth control? Just show of hands. Anybody? Bueller?
I'm about to get on it.
IUD?
I'm about to get off it because I have the IUD, but
okay. Oh, all right. Yeah, I mean, just really quick on the 10 thing, and then we're going to move on. I would argue when it comes to looks, right? Your league, looks-wise, is the men who will marry you and commit to you long-term. Our league is the women that we can sleep with. I think men and women are very different because men will sleep with an ugly girl just for pussy. If a girl's just going out and wants dick, she's going to like find the hottest possible guy that she can for that. So it's totally different. Like, guys, if we just want some pussy, we're gonna be like, okay, care like a little bit less about looks. Whereas for a chick, like if you just want some dick, you want the hottest dude possible.
But I feel like when I have sex with a guy, like I can't help but care. Like, we as women are more emotional.
Sure.
Right. So I can't help but care. So like, I'm just not that type of woman. But I'm just saying that.
I'm not saying like some women don't like casual sex, but if you do search out casual sex, you're probably gonna be like, I want the hottest guy like if it's a one-night stand, I want to get with the hottest guy possible. For a one-night stand, you're not gonna be like, I want a funny guy. No, you want the funny guy for like a relationship, whatever. But like for a one-night stand, you're gonna go fuck the funny guy. No, you're probably gonna like prefer the like most physically attractive dude. Sure, I mean if he can get you going, I guess, but it's pretty different. So it's pretty different. So